Greetings everybody, hello and welcome to another special episode where we will be interviewing some past contestants from the PvP tournaments, and they're going to give some tips on how they prepared for their PvP battles. My name is Justin, I'm the Community Manager for War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave EXVIUS, and today I would like to welcome the War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave EXVIUS New Year PvP Tournament 2023 Manual Battle First Place winner, Luca. He's going to give some advice on how he prepared for his tournament. So let's dive on in. Hello everybody and welcome back. I have Luca here, a previous tournament winner that we have here to do the interview with us today. Hello Luca, thank you for joining.
Hello.
So we could get a little bit of a background. Would you mind telling us when you started playing War of the Visions and that sort of stuff?
Well, I did start at day one. I was very excited because when I was a kid, I used to play Final Fantasy Tactics a lot on my PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
I was a kid at school and it was really fun. Hundreds hours. So when I did see that Square was gonna release something similar, I was a lot hyped. And when I did start to play, I think I fell in love with this game.
I like to hear that. Yes, there's a lot of tactics fans that play this game and participate in the tournaments.
Yeah. They really did a good job in introducing tactics and new mechanics.
Mm-hmm. That's good to hear. So for the PvP tournament that you participated in, were you excited to be a contestant? Were you nervous when you were selected?
I was very happy. I really like playing manual, and we have class match, but that is once every 2 months. So having some other way to play manual was really interesting, and I was excited. Just a bit of trouble when I did have to play because in Italy it was midnight when we started, and I think we finished at 8 a.m. maybe 7 a.m.
Yes.
So it was a bit hard, but a lot of fun.
For sure, yes. The time zones they can be pretty difficult.
Yeah.
So when you are putting a team together for manual battle, what is a little bit maybe of your thought process or your strategy when you're putting a team together?
Well, I have to say, when they did pick me for the tourney, I did what I always do in when there is a class match. I studied the map. So the first thing to see is how is the map and the rules, because when you have a quick and allowed, you basically have a completely different play. So if quicken is on, you really need to bring someone able to quicken and a DPS carry. But in the tourney there was no quicken, so in class match too, when quicken is not allowed, you think different, and you start looking at the map, because in smaller maps usually you tend not to bring too many ranged, and it's better having bruisers, units capable of taking some damage, but fast enough so that they can rush the opponent. It's also important to see if city up or down is allowed, because in smaller maps, if you start same side as your opponent and he has a very fast carrier of Kingblade TMR, the drop TMR, you basically need to be able to counter that. So you need someone very fast, and possibly someone who can bring the drop TMR himself. And got to say, the meta of the game, I mean the best strategies, not sure about how you call it, has changed a lot during the last months after the third anniversary, because it's harder today to play with ranged strategy. I was one of the main users of Jade and Light, and I used to play ranged a lot. But now we have units such as Bradley, just to make an example,
Right.
who are very, very fast, very, very mobile. They can reach the ranged DPS very easy, and they unleash a lot of damage. So today I feel not so comfortable using Jaden or ranged DPS anymore. Just last class match, I won the last class match. I came up first, and that was a map that 1 year ago I would have used Jaden or other ranged DPS, but this time I used Bradley, Stern, and a support, and I won all 40 matches. So it was very easy to counter ranged opponents, which is something today you can do. You can do with ease. Not so much last year. And so I looked them up, and I always try to have at least a DPS carry, and usually a support.
Okay. Yeah, that's very good. So how many class matches have you won?
I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure. I don't really play for winning. I just play to have fun. And because I already have the title, so I don't care. Win, lose. Got to say, we have a very good PvP Discord with a lot of people who are just at my level. So we are all strong the same. And I think many times when you have the same skill as your opponents, it's all about heroes you are bringing and the map, the moment. But it's really fun because the PvP community of World of Divisions is a very good community, nice people, very helpful too.
For sure. Well, yeah, that sounds great. So you definitely know your manual knowledge, I would say.
I hope so. It's been some time, 2 years of play.
Yes.
Just one thing I wanna tell to people who are listening: when you choose what to bring, I think that today, thanks to the latest mechanics, there is not anymore one really dominant color or dominant units. There are, of course, units that are much better than others. But while if you see 1 year ago, there was a moment where Jaden and Helena, Starlight Helena, were really dominant. Today, it's not as much so strict. So you can really choose, you can pick any hero or any color that you actually feel comfortable with and be competitive.
Awesome. I like to hear that. So there's always variety now.
Of course, you need to know what you're doing.
Right. So do you have, currently, do you have a favorite character or maybe a favorite element that you like to use?
I have always been Light. I really loved Jaden, and I really enjoyed it. Now, just as I was telling just one moment ago, I'm not really involved with only one color, and I really like what Square has done with the job VCs, vision cards, I mean, because this lets you pick hybrid parties and have a lot of fun with it. As I was saying, last CM I used Bradley and Stern, and I had the Full Metal Alchemist vision cards, the ones for one-handed knight sword. And another very good example is the fist parties.
Yes.
So today you can do a lot of things. I think that with the introduction of the new tank, Glaciela Water, you can do something very, very interesting with the one end vision cards revolving around red mage job. And probably can be very meta-defining.
I see. Very interesting. So when you are looking to build your characters, like you're setting up your party and you're building your characters, is there any equipment that you like to use? Any vision cards or espers that you always like to use? TMRs, that sort of thing?
It's a complex question because when I build characters, first thing is I never build a character alone. I always look at the three of them. So I need to build them knowing what my party is going to be, because I will definitely most times need a Keyblade user, and usually I will try to increase agility on that hero. I will need to make sure that if I face off against evade, I need to be able to hit. So I will need at least one hero being able to hit for evade. So basically I look at all three together. And there is, of course, a few gear that I usually tend to always bring, like Hermes sandals, that are very good gear, but they become really strong only at 6+, because of the agility increasing after crit. So those are something I try always to bring. And I really like the new gear coming from the Reliquaries, especially the Genji Glove, the Blood Sword. Blood Sword, I think many people is underestimating its power. And I got to say, I remember one match in the last class match where I was ending 1-on-1, and thanks to the AKP again from the Blood Sword, I was able to win through AKP percentage. Sorry, AKP, I mean HP life. Not sure how you say it in. Okay, so it's really a good gear. And there is, of course, a lot of vision cards that I usually bring. First of all, I always try to have at least one agility vision card in party. When I can, I try to have two, but usually I will bring at least one. And I used to always bring the Beowulf with vision card. And usually Beowulf, because I was playing light. Nowadays, I try to bring the one increasing the most the agility on, especially on my Rob TMR owner. And usually the gear will change based on the rules. So one thing you need to see is also if there are ailments with immunity on the map, because on maps that have no type of immunity, I will always bring at least one Trustmaster or gear and runes, shielding me from the worst ailments like stop, slow, charm, and now that we have Viga, Berserk.
I see. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's very clear that there's a lot to think about, especially in manual, is you can't just set one thing and expect that to always win.
There is a lot, because if you think of the ailments, you can defend yourself with runes, Trustmaster abilities. Just think of Alias Trustmaster that shields you from stop, charm, and berserk. And you also have to think that espers on their 3 stars will shield you from one ailment, so you can stack the
Right.
Esper and the Yun, so that you reach a good defense versus, I guess, some of the worst ailments.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yes, very interesting here. So moving on to the next question. How do you practice your PvP battles? Do you practice with other people, or what do you do?
That is a bit hard because one thing I would change in World of Divisions
Yes.
is our free match, because right now a new player wanting to practice in manual PvP needs some friends or needs to try free match, but free match is not really much active because I think the rewards aren't really good. It is also too slow building up medals to buy the sandals or the platinum armor, which is something I would like to change in the game, because free match is a lot of fun, but sometimes it's hard to find people really involved with manual PvP because you can't find opponents in free match.
Mm-hmm.
And also because many people who actually does play free match will play it auto. So if you want to really practice manual PvP, the best thing to do now is trying to join one of the Discord PvP or a guild where you can practice. Usually I do it with my guildies, but my guild is not too much involved with manual, although in the latest months, also thanks to the official tourneys, more people in my guild is starting to like it and to test it with me.
All right, that's good. So join a guild and try and find people that like to do what you do.
Yeah, basically, yes.
All right, that's good. That's good advice. Yes, a lot of these interviews have said basically find a good guild.
Yeah, yes.
So when doing a lot of manual PvP, do you have like most of the characters or the units' abilities memorized? Do you know what to expect from every unit that you come up against?
Yeah, that is the key to being able to win your games, because if you don't know the opponent's skills, you can't defend. And today, with all the heroes we have, it's starting to be a bit hard to remember everything.
Yes.
Yeah, it's I think almost impossible. It would become really like a job. But you don't need to remind everything. You need to be able to remember the dangerous skills. So everything that can put you on a bad ailment like charm, stop, you need to remember which heroes can charm you, can stop you, and the range of the skills.
Mm-hmm.
That is very important. Important to more or less know what output of DPS your opponent can do, because you need to know if they are going to one-shot you or if you can survive one hit, and that is key. Basically, all the time I play, during opponent's turn, I count tiles, and I think in my head what will his 2 or 3 next moves be.
Right.
So it's like playing a chess game, and you need to play in your head your opponent's turn. In the tourney I played, if you remember, there was a match where I bring Shadow Links on ice, and I did win easily because my opponent wasn't expecting Shadow Links to one-shot his unit.
Mm-hmm.
And that is because not many people were playing Shadow Links, so he probably didn't expect such output.
Right.
So if you can surprise your opponent, that is a very good thing, which means bringing something new or using different builds that are unexpected is always an advantage.
I see. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, just think of slime. I was using slime all the time, and people probably was laughing, thinking,
Right.
"Oh, look, there is slime." But slime can heal, slime can revive, slime can paralyze.
Slime has courage.
Yeah, I think I made some people change their mind. Maybe.
Yes. Very good. Very good information. So other than that, if there is information that you need to get about a unit or something else, where do you usually get your information from?
I used to look a lot on Reddit and on the Discord. I'm not a fan of YouTube videos because my English is not that good and I don't have a lot of time. So lately I just go on WOTV calculator where I can find the kits. So I just read the skills and I start theory crafting on my own. So basically reading the kits, I start imagining if that unit can fit my party and how to counter that unit.
I see. Very, very popular website that is, and some of the others as well.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you're a member of a guild. Are you the guild leader, or are you just a member of that guild?
No, I don't like being a guild leader. I already have a kid and a job, so it's it's a bit hard. And no, I'm just a normal member. The guild is Hydra. It's a very good guild, and it's, I think, the only Italian guild we have in War of Divisions. We have some sub guilds too. The leader is a very nice person. His name is Daniele, and I got to say I'm in Hydra since the first year of the game. I have fun, and I'm trying to bring them to manual PvP.
I see.
Some of them are, but we also do a lot of auto PvP. It's just a good guild, really, but just for Italian people.
So correct me if I'm wrong, one of your guild members was in the tournament that we just very recently had.
Yeah, Francie.
Yes.
Yes. We did a bit of sparring, tried to teach him a bit, but he's not a manual player. He's a very, very good auto player. He's a very good heart user. Thing is, auto and manual are very different. So if you don't habitually play the manual, it's a bit hard. The switch is a bit hard.
I see. Yes. So, but possible, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely possible. Just requires some time.
Cool. So have you seen any of the previous tournaments that we've had that you weren't a part of?
Yes, I've seen them all. Not the one with my guildie.
Yes.
Because I was at party.
Right.
But yes, I usually do watch the tournaments.
Perfect. So when you're watching the tournaments, are you looking at anything specifically? Like, are you analyzing what's happening, or are you just enjoying what you're seeing?
I think I never enjoy what I see because the way I look at the tourney is comparing what they do to what I would have done.
Right.
So I think, okay, what is he going to do? And sometimes he will do one of the possible actions that I would have done as well. Sometimes he doesn't. And I try to see if what he does is better of what I would have done.
I see.
So yes, basically in my head.
I like that. I think that sounds interesting. I would like to know what you thought about the last tournament. I'm sure your guild member is going to maybe get some notes from you.
I will the highlights as soon as you post it on YouTube.
Perfect. You can go watch it right now, actually.
He actually told me, please don't look because he's afraid of me harassing him.
That's funny.
But I will definitely look and make fun of him. That is for
Oh,
sure.
there we go. So yeah, the finals are coming up. Do you plan on watching the finals? If you can?
Yes, I think so.
Hopefully. Are you going to try and qualify for the next, the last chance tournament that we have coming up?
Yes,
Okay.
sure. I signed up for everyone
I
just
see.
because I need to play. But you never picked me after the first one.
Oh no, I'm sorry. But hopefully, fingers crossed for the next one. So finally here, do you have any final advice for future PvP players or somebody that wants to get into manual PvP?
I think just get in it and try. Don't be afraid of not being as good as when you do auto, because many people are good in auto PvP and maybe they start doing manual, they start losing, and they get annoyed. And my advice is don't give up. Just start trying, and usually after no long, you start being good at manual too.
Okay, perfect. I like that. So just get in and try it. It might be kind of hard, but just keep trying.
Yeah, it's all about practice. I think the biggest problem for people starting manual is the timer. Because when you don't have a lot of practice, the timer will usually run out before you are able to actually move or act. But after a few games, you start getting into it.
Perfect. Very good advice, and very good questions overall. So thank you for your answers for all of these. Is there any last words that you would like to say for the end of the interview that we have?
Just hi, ciao to all the Italians out there playing this game. If you are looking for a guild, come to Hydra. Look for us on the socials.
Okay, perfect. You want to maybe say it in Italian, if you want? You don't have to.
Yeah, sure. Ciao ragazzi, se cercate una gilda italiana, cercate Hydra e venite da noi che vi insegniamo. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So yes, thank you very much for the interview and taking time out of your day to join us.
Thank you. Goodbye.
All right. Thank you very much, Luca. That was an awesome interview. So hopefully you guys got some tips out of that. So the last chance qualifiers for the Championship 2023 Manual Battle, the Google Cup, will be held in November. So be sure to join the official Discord server so you are prepared when registration begins on October 14th. We also have a special event coming up this weekend on September 30th at 6 o'clock PDT with Auronnj and Ready Player Will. They're going to be giving some advice on manual PvP live on Auronnj's YouTube channel. So 5 lucky players may get a chance to receive a live consultation from them during the live stream. All you have to do is fill out the application form in the description below to get a chance to be chosen. The application form will be available until September 24th at 11:59 p.m. PDT. But if you weren't chosen, don't worry, you can still hang out and ask questions during the live stream on the official Discord server. There's a designated chat for that. So join the Discord server, and look forward to that live YouTube consultation. It'll be a lot of fun. But that's going to do it for me today. So thank you very much, Luca, for the interview. It was very insightful. And we hope to see all of you in the next one. Bye.